half of the story.
Yeah.
So I had a thought.
What's the other half?
What's the other half of the story?
The dark
like, what's
side.
the devil's side? Like, how dumb do you got to be like, okay, I know you know everything, but this one time, just this one time. So tell me what you know about Job.
Oh, he was a guy in the land of Uz.
Uz.
Not Oz. Uz.
We are the lollipop. Sorry.
And he had a whole family. What did he have? He had 7 sons and 3 daughters. Is that right?
That's correct.
And
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
And then a wife.
And a wife.
And a bunch of stuff. It actually names them out. Camels and toes and goats.
7,000 sheep.
Yeah. That feels like a lot.
3,000 camels.
Yeah. All this comes into play. All right. So what happened? So tell me the overview of the story.
Well, from I remember right, what happened was some he kind of hid among some angels, and they went to
He who
the
devil transformed. Yeah,
the devil transformed.
So he's doing.
He was trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
And
God's like, hey, how are you? What are you doing there?
Yeah. Where'd you come from?
Why are you here?
Right.
Yeah. And then that all works.
And then
I
don't remember.
And then God said, look at all my handiwork. He said, look at my servant Job.
Look at my servant Job.
Yeah, and he tells him, there's no way that he will ever discredit me. And the devil's like, I know. You have a hedge of protection around him, so if you take that off, I will destroy him.
Upright man.
So here's the thing. Like, how ignorant is it to be talking to an all-knowing being and be like, oh, no.
I'm going to win this time.
Yeah, I know you've been right every time, but this one time.
I'm going to win.
And I'm going to prove it to you. And then we got to take the beatings. Which God's like, see, I told you so.
He's going to wipe this guy out.
Which is kind of like when you take a beating in life, there's actually a reason. What if that's going on? He's like, oh, he's going to quit.
Right.
You know, he came back from Afghanistan. He came back from Iraq. He's going to quit. Right. And that stress is coming because God says, no, he won't. No, he won't. He's not going to quit. Here, you can go ahead and test him. You'll see. He won't quit.
His faith is way too high.
Yeah, and we've already been through some stuff.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So here's my theory. And then you tell me when you think I've gone too far or not enough. Ready?
Okay.
All right. So he tells him, all right, I'll take my hedge of protection. I'm going to kill his family. I'm going to take all his money. I'm going to take his stuff. And he does that in like day after day after day. And God says, okay. Right? Now, as a human, I'd want some say in this, but obviously we don't. Right?
Right.
So first, he kills. His servant comes and they killed all the horses. Then the goats. Then the sheep. Day after day after day. And all of his servants, and only one survived to tell him the story. Right? I'll admit the devil is thorough. Right?
Wipe him out.
Then his house blows up. Right?
How'd that happen?
Wind. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you're right. The wind blew.
I think it was a wind.
Yes.
Guess who didn't die though? His wife. So he loses everything, and then he gets boils, which are gross. Right? Then his friends come.
That was the second wave.
That was the second wave. All right. Then what happened next? His wife left him and mocked him and said, "You need to turn away from God." Right?
Right.
He said, "Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent." Right?
Not doing it.
Not doing it.
But the devil's not giving up.
Pure hammer.
Yeah.
Pure hammer. Right?
Right.
All right. So he's able to do all these things. And he's like, oh, yeah. Now, do you think he's enjoying it? I feel like he's enjoying it.
Well, I think he was. Because thought he was winning.
Yeah, because he's a butthole. He's a stone butthole.
He's a jerk.
He's a jerk. He likes blowing stuff up. He doesn't build stuff. He breaks it. Right?
Correct. Yeah.
I don't like that guy. So anyways, he's in there. He's like, see, God? The guy was like, not yet. Right?
Not yet. He wasn't giving up.
So, like, if it was me and I was in heaven, I'd be like, hey, angels, look at this guy. Watch this. This is going to be a huge L.
He snuck in here. Thought he was big.
He's got his bottom lip out like my granddaughter. Didn't work, right? Oh, man. So then what happens next? Then his friends come over and tell him all the things he's done wrong, right? While he's sick, right?
Yep.
And what? You're not very funny this morning.
Well, it's kind of a sad story, but it's funny.
No, it's got an upside.
Funny in a way.
Listen, you got to get through the everything losing part to get to everything winning part, right?
Right.
All right, so
because at the end he wins.
Right.
Gets
So
all of his riches back. Gets everything back.
We're not there yet.
Oh, we're not there yet.
You can't jump the shark.
Moan back.
Big dummy. All right. That's all I had. That's all was in the tank. I couldn't think of anything else. St. Louis, he's got dogs licking his sores. That's gross.
Yeah.
And he says, this is God, what you want, so be it, right?
Right.
And then, after he said he's going to die, he was lost. Remember what God said to the devil? All the things you've done to my servant Job, he still is not forsaken my name. Huh?
Right. He was still there.
Right.
Giving God the glory.
So imagine.
Giving God glory for swords.
So imagine your life is difficult right now. You're going through some things. Let's just pretend. Like, let's say that you're on tour. You come back. Our buddy Todd. Yeah.
We love him.
One-legged Todd. I'm not
LT.
going to tell you why you call him that. We'll let you figure it out. The man's going through some things, but does he quit? No.
No.
Is he still positive? Dude, is he still funny? He's funny.
Yeah.
Shout out to Todd, in case he's listening. He's probably listening, too.
Yeah, we love him.
Yep. So then after all that happens, difficulty happens in life, but we don't quit. Why? Because there's reason and purpose for it. It took me a really long time to figure out that the things that come into our lives that we think are negative are trying to teach us something. If I use them as a teacher instead of an irritant, it's amazing what you can learn. Right?
It's true.
Like, how else do you learn how to be kind? Hey, Steve, have you ever had to deal with somebody being a jerk to you before?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? How'd that go? Did you take it well?
No.
No?
Not usually.
No?
A lot of times that's when I fail.
Right, and then we continue to fail, and that failure continues to happen, and then we get mad that we keep failing, then we're mad about failing, and then we continue to do it. It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, it is, but it's what helps us grow.
Yeah, but growing's hard.
Growing's hard?
Yeah.
It is.
But it's worth it. See, I like to talk about the stuff I fail about. Let me give you an example, shall I? Thank you for asking. Of course I will.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. Wait what?
So
here's what happened.
I called you a goat head.
Wow.
I said go ahead.
I feel like that was rude. You call me Satan? Just asking.
No.
Whoa. Something happened. I don't know what it was.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know what it was either. All right. You ever been mad about being mad before?
Yeah, I was mad about it. I get mad when I'm mad.
I do. My wife's like, you're the only person that gets mad about being like, I'm working on trying to get better.
Right.
Yeah. And then something happens and I get mad. Right. Like I'm playing a chess game and all of a sudden it doesn't go
You
the way
make the wrong move.
And I'm like, dirty mothers. And then I'm like, man, I got mad.
That's why I don't play chess.
That's the reason?
Yeah. Every time I make a move.
Man, crap. Oh, yeah. And I don't know about the rest of you guys. I struggle with that, man. Getting heated up. It took me, like, someone's like, oh, why did you start learning the Bible? I was like, I want to learn about why I sucked at all this stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like, everybody's like, oh, love and joy and peace. I'm like, what are those things? I know hate, rage, and anger. Like, I know those guys pretty well.
Right.
Right? And there's this battle coming in. I love the Job story because when Job is doing the story, that poor guy's whole life is getting pounded, right? He lost everything. But then, after all that happens, and he gets through the test, then what happens?
Well, are we there yet?
Okay, go.
Then God restores.
Restores. Such a religious word.
His whole life.
Yeah. So you got to have more kids.
He gets more kids.
So what do you say to and another wife, right? And house
boy.
and all the stuff, right? Double, I thought. I think that's right. Right? There's some kind of something fold. Lots of folds.
Lots of folds. I can fold something in half and have twice as much. How's that work?
About the same as reading the lips off this paper.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know how that works either. You're such an
Anyway.
idiot. I love it.
Well,
Anyway, so what do you say to people that say going through the testing? And they're like,
tenfold.
10.
If it's tenfold, it'd be like,
Dude, your logic brain just kicks in.
take
and
a
it
dollar
just
bill
takes
and fold
over.
it 10 times.
And then you got $10. Obviously, he has tenfold.
Okay.
It's been put together tenfold.
Yeah.
You know this. Now you're going to see if you can do it 10 times aren't you, after the show. Of course he is. I can already see the look on your face just to say, no, it was 9.
It was 9.
Of course it was. But as you're going through this stuff, man, each one of us goes through difficult times, and there's a plan and a path for it. And if you told me that before, I would have given you $100 for being crazy because I didn't believe that. But you ever seen people go through patterns?
Oh, yeah.
Same cycle over and
Same
over and
cycle
over.
over and over.
You got like family
What
members
do they
go
call that? I don't remember.
something about doing something more than one time. Oh no, I just squished my coffee cup. Sad face. It's leaking.
Uh-oh. We have leaking coffee cups.
Yeah. Yeah.
I doubled mine up.
Oh, is that how you're winning?
I
Oh.
folded it. Got two of them.
It sucks being around smart people sometimes. Anyways, thank you, George.
Thanks, George.
You're amazing. Got the best handshakes.
George is awesome.
George is awesome. Out of the Mud Productions is awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, just getting to the point. Going
out
through
of the mud.
out of the mud.
That's where it came from.
That's right. That's why it's dirty.
Yeah.
Just so dirty.
Anyway.
That's it. Sidetrack.
So where were we?
Squirrel, shiny thing.
Squirrels. Oh, yeah. Shiny
Snorkel.
things, snorkels, and then Job.
Job. Yeah. So when you're going through something difficult, the question then becomes, why are you going through that? What do you think?
To make us stronger, smarter.
To make us better at being people for Jesus, working for Jesus.
Testing our faith. That's all right.
Yeah, but seriously,
It's
like
a good test.
getting through it. Like you ever worked on something, got better? It took me forever, man. Like I didn't even know not being mad was one of the options.
Right.
I didn't even know that was one of the options. It's like, well, of course you get mad, and then you slap them, and then they stop. That's how that works. And they're like, no, Isaac, that's bad. I'm like, are you sure? I got evidence that would prove otherwise.
Right.
I don't know about you. Have you ever had to deal with stupid in public before?
The what?
Stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's a type.
It's a type of smart. It's a type of being
person.
Smart. Stupid person.
Yeah, you never dealt
Right.
with one.
Yeah. Well,
like
I don't know.
Let me give you some examples of some of actions, not people, just actions. Let me give you some actions.
Oh, no. Here we go.
You ever been at the gas station trying to get gas, and the person in front of you's done pumping, and they sit on their phone and watch a video?
Instead of moving their car.
Yeah,
yeah.
that action would be stupid, lacks sense. Stupid just means lacks sense. That lacks
Or
sense.
they get done and they go inside the store to buy something.
Yeah.
And their car sits there in the way.
running, but it's not moving.
Right.
Yeah. All those things don't happen, right? Or you ever been in the store and the person in front of you says, "Hey, can I just buy this thing?" They sure, and then they come in with the 2 carts.
Never seen
That's a
that.
gem.
Ah,
Gem.
right.
Or if you're checking out in the self-checkout and you don't know how to self-checkout. That ever make it, man?
The one I like is the 4-way stop.
The 4-way stop? All right, how about this one?
Hey, everybody, it's a 4-way stop, not a 4-way yield. Okay? First person
Yield.
there gets to go first.
It's an
not the
octagon,
person-
not a triangle. It's so
It's not the
stupid.
person on your right. That is not a thing on a 4-way stop. First guy gets there, gets to go.
All right, what
first.
about this one? When you're trying to like get around a semi and the guy behind you speeds up so you can't get in front of the semi and then slows down so you can't pass him? Why do you do that? Right? And I used to get angry.
Oh, here's a good one. You're on 4-lane road. You come up to a red light, and you're
Okay.
going through.
the red light.
You're gonna go straight through. You're not gonna turn.
Yeah.
And you're in the right lane, blocking everybody that wants to turn right. Get over in the left lane. Get over in the left lane.
So you're saying that these things make sense to you?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
All right. So here's what I want. I want people to see if they can send us messages in on the stuff that drives them crazy. Because I had to work on this Like I would find myself, like I found that in my car, I was the only one that knew what I was doing, and everyone else was dumb. You ever notice that? If that's just a me thing? I'm the only one that's a good driver, and everybody else is terrible.
I think it's only you.
That sounds right.
Oh, that one made me choke.
Oh.
That one made me.
Oh, dude, and when you're sitting there, and then it's like, well, like, Lord, I want to work on my temper. So it's like, okay, well, I'm going to send you these 25 things that are going to make you mad as a wasp. Like the ones that you're not taking out. Thank goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my Lord.
It's ridiculous. Guys are mean.
Anyways, and that's how it works.
Yeah, it is.
And then I'm like, oh, why are these things happening to make me mad? It's like, because you
let them
asked for it.
Or you let them.
Yeah. Like being mad's a choice. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Did you?
Yeah.
Sorry, Richard. Steve.
I just, you know.
I dropped this entire train of thought.
It's just a choice.
It's just a choice to be mad. I didn't know I could just.
You don't have to get mad.
I know. I didn't know that. Did you know that? I didn't know that. I just felt like when I realized
that guy in the right lane that's in front of you that won't let you by. You know what I've done before? Honest, I've done this. And I've done it with my wife in the car, and she just looks at me. The guy sitting in the right lane won't turn right. I'm behind him. So I get over in the left lane because it's empty, and I just turn right in front of him.
You did.
I did.
You went around the guy in front of you?
And waved. I waved.
You told him he was number one.
No, I didn't tell him he was number one.
Look into my eye. You didn't tell him he was first, that he won the race?
I just can't believe you did that.
I just wish we could give out, like...
Is that wrong?
Participation awards to people. Like, what about someone who's got their blinker on and they don't turn? They just click, 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 click. Like, I feel like we should be able to have flashcards.
For that? You go like this. You take your hand and you just do the open mouth thing when you go by them, and that's supposed to tell them that their blinker's on. That's a truck driver thing.
I thought they were telling them they're not talking.
Because those big semis don't have automatic turn. They don't. Their lights, turn signals don't automatically turn off when they turn the corner.
Isn't that weird, considering their job's driving?
I don't know. My motorcycle does that. But, so, yeah. Or on a motorcycle, you hold your hand up and you do the... Can you guys see this?
Yeah, it's called a camera.
Like that. That means your blinker's on.
Oh, that's what that means?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I learned something new every day. Thanks, Dave.
Unless you're with my wife, and then it's just like...
Lord, we apologize.
Gotta love her.
Amy, when you see this later, I'm on your side.
You're chicken. That's what you are. You don't want to face her.
Listen, I'm not married to her. I can face her just fine.
Amy Stars. We love her.
Oh, dude, great voice. Yeah, and she's doing that show pretty soon, too. In September something.
September 6th.
September 6th? Yeah. Where's that?
Sherman's Lounge.
Yep,
the Bandy Clips. We're going to be there. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Bandy Clips. Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
it's very good. Well, we just wanted to tell you, I hope our stupid was not as bad as your stupid this week. And we look forward to being stupid with you next week. Steve.
We come back and we get to be stupid once a week.
It's so much fun. I love it. Hey, what do you want to talk about?
Next week?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. You guys want to send us some options, give us a call, 248-820-5053. I got about 7 options that's already in my brain, but we'll go ahead and work it through. Don't be like Satan. Build things. Don't destroy them.
Yeah, if you got something stupid you want us to talk about,
we'll
right. Figure it out.
We're working for Jesus, and we'll see you next time. George, thank you so much for coming in. Out of the Mud Production Studios, hanging out.